Hi, this is Dale Janota with School Board Support Services, and I'm going to go over with you probably one of the most comprehensive teacher salary and benefit analysis you've ever seen. I've been doing this for 35 years, and we're going to be looking not only at salary, but we're going to look at benefits, salary and benefits combined. We're going to be looking at everything on a per diem basis. And a couple new things I'm doing. I'm going to also do it based on student teacher ratio, which will open quite a few eyes. And then I kind of get upset with legislators because I think they forget the long range implications of schools. So I have something for you at this end of the program that you're going to find quite enlightening when I do compare you with other states that I work with. You may be a leader in salaries in one way, but when we look at the total picture, you're going to be quite shocked at what you see. But first of all, let me explain what I do here. I do what I call a 26-year earning power approach to teacher salary schedules, where I take a teacher at your BA 30 starting salary, walk them through your structure, defining the value of your plan with one number over 26 years. I move that same teacher to every school district in California. I have 917 California schools in this report. And when I did this state average wise, the earning power, and keep in mind this is salary only, is just a little bit over $2 million. Now I'm going to go over the top of the list here, and then I'm going to go and take a look at your county as a subgroup because you'll see everything this thing does. ABC is 174,000 above state average, 8% above average, and they had a rank of 228. Then I look at the entry level pay with the BA 30 units with the credential. There were 6,100 above average for ABC, 10% above average, and they ranked 121. I look at the biggest number with the BA 45. Now, the reason I picked this because I do this in quite a few states, and BA 45 tends to be the most a teacher can make without a master's degree. Not true in California, but still a decent benchmark to look at. You can see ABC here was 15,000 above, 16% above, and they ranked 121. I do the same thing with the top salary on the schedule, including the MA stipend. I do not use the PhD. And if you go beyond step 26, I put a footnote and I stop at step 26. I don't want, some districts go to step 40. I don't want to compare somebody with 40 years of experience and assume they're okay comparing with somebody that stops at step 20. And it's consistent with my 26-year approach that I use on my earning power. There you can see ABC is 6,500 above, 6.4% above, and they ranked 128th. Now we're going to do an individual study. I want to see how your Contra Costa County turned out. Now, I have a one sentence manual here for you to do this. All I have to do is to put in the codes that I want in my subgroup. And I have them sorted by county, alphabetically, plus many other ways, which I'll show you later. All I do is I go like this, highlight that, copy, move it back here, paste it, and it's done. Your complete analyses are done with salary and benefits and everything. So let's take a look at this one here. I'm highlighting Mount Diablo. Why, I have no clue. But anyway, over here we can see Mount Diablo's earning power, $2,041,000. Countywide, they're 10%, 10,000 below average, a 0.5% below, and they ranked 11th. You can see who number one in this county is, and then you see I have every district in it. I even have the county office in there. Okay, then I take a look at the entry level pay with the BA 30. 1,200 above, 2.3% above. Countywide, they rank sixth. Highest with the BA 45. 5,300 below, 7% below, rank 14th. Top salary on the schedule, or it could be step 26, 1,200 above, 1.3% above, and they rank 7th. Now, this is just salary only. So I'm going to look at the benefits here, and I do have benefits over here. What districts provide: health, dental, vision, and they provide $675 for single, $1,783 for family. So I take these benefits, I add it to the salary schedule, and I repeat the process twice. I do it with family insurance as well as single insurance. Different story. Mount Diablo, 2,400 above. When I do with family insurance, and I like to look at family more than single because most people are married or have been married, even if it's only temporary, and they rank 10th in the county. BA 30 starting with benefits, 1,600 above, 2.3% above, ranked 8th. Top salary in the BA 45 with benefits. They're still below average, 5%, they rank 12th. Top salary on the schedule with benefits, 1,700 above, 1.4% above, and they ranked 8th. Okay, then as I go to the right here, I also do it with single insurance. It's going to be the same type of thing. I don't think we need to go over that because I think you got the gist of what we're doing here. And I want to quickly get through this for you because I know that people don't like to listen to this stuff. It's pretty good stuff here. Okay, and then if I go to the right here, I have the per diem bill with 185 days, student-teacher ratio, 18.1 to 1. Oops, and they're not settled yet. I'm going to show you how Diablo can deal with that very easily as well. I'll do that after I finish up here. Then when I do it on a per diem basis, I just divided everything into your number of days. I know that used to be a big issue in California when you had furlough days. That day I think might be past now. You had some pretty hard luck there for a few years there. And then I do that with family insurance. I do that with single insurance. But the one I want to really look at is student-teacher ratio. That gives you a different thing here, because you either get class size or money. You don't get both. And when I do a student-teacher ratio, it's not class size. It is the number of students divided by the number of teachers you have. So when I look at Mount Diablo, just right now, they're number 5 when I do it based on the student-teacher ratio. They're 4.7% above the county average. They're still number 1. It's not too often you see number 1 in pay and also number 1 in student-teacher ratio. That's a rarity. And then I do the same thing with your BA 30 starting. So you see how much you're above or below average there on a per student basis. This would be salary per teacher per student. 6.9% above average, 3% above average. And you can see there with the top BA 45, top, schedule top. Then I also do it again with family benefits and then again with single benefits. So you got an idea, you can see what's going on here. It's quite a unique way of looking at things, but I always like to look at the total picture. I'm not an advocate. I don't want to tell people how to think. I learned that through 35 years of marriage, or 40 years. I can't even remember that anymore. But anyway, let's go back to the beginning here. And all you ever have to do is, you probably don't want this whole group in there because you got some pretty small schools in here. You just put in the codes of the schools you want in your special report. I have my code numbers here in alphabetical order. You saw earlier I had them by county, and I also have them sorted other ways for you. I have them sorted by enrollment of the whole state. I have them sorted by district type and then enrollment. I have them sorted by district type and cost per student. Somebody told me that cost per student is also tells you about the wealth of the community too on a per student basis. It's the same thing. And then we also have it based on cost per student, regardless of whether they're elementary, unified, or high school. So I break it down for you in a lot of different ways where you can retrieve them. But let's go back here again. I said, let's see what Diablo can do here. They're not settled yet now. So I have it set up where you can make a proposal. You can pick and choose. You can pick whatever you want to see what you want for an increase, and it's going to do it for you. Let's say they're looking at a 2% increase. All you do is you stick 2% in there. Let's say they're going to increase their benefit cap to $1,800. Let's say the single's going to go up to $800. Whoops, better put it in the right cell, Dale. Okay, $800 here. See, I color code things because they got to deal with superintendents sometimes, so I want to make it easy for them. Okay, and then this runs your proposal. You can see what you're proposing, how it's going to look based on the group that you put in there. See, so you can see what happens here. Everything was raised by 2.5%. If your longevities are just flat dollars, it leaves them as flat dollars. This thing knows it all because I build it myself. Okay, and then I do it over here. Then when I look at the benefits, it does this too. Puts in $800 there, $1,800. And then it tells you a little cute thing here, checking out a proposal. Okay, there's another one. We've got quite a few guys here not settled yet. And then what happens instead, let's say it's a different user here. You want to know, Brentwood wants to know something, so we just put in Brentwood's code number in there. And then let's say they want to give a little bit more. Let's say they want to go 3%, so it'll add 3% to their current structure. And then if you can increase the benefits wherever you want, that's going to be done. Now, if you put 0 in here, it just defaults it to its current position. So it's easy to use. I think I have a pretty good product here. And I do sell it. My cost of everything is $795. Now, don't go away yet because I got the good stuff to come now. The analysis by states here, $795, and that includes, I send you this template via email. You're ready to go right away. And then also between now and next October, you'll be getting updates. California people, seems like it takes you a long time to settle sometimes. So with that in mind, I do updates. Now, if indeed you know somebody that just settled, matter of fact, when I did one state here, I saw, who was it? Matter of fact, maybe it was this. No, it was a different county I was working in there. They just settled the day before, so I just had to do it that day. So when that happens, you let me know, and I'll just send you a new one. I'll update it for you and send me a new one. And to order, you can either call me, you can reply to this email. There's my website if you want to know more about me. There's my name. There's the name of my firm. And now I'm going to go the analysis by state. Now, this was crazy when I did this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the states that I'm currently working in to see how you turned out. I used to work with 17 states, but I got old. I'm a little buffer here. When I look at this, it looks like I got Wyoming, Montana, Nebraska, Colorado, and Minnesota that I work in. I've worked with over 7,500 different schools. I get bored in one state, then I go someplace else. So when I look at these numbers, it looks like, holy cow, California, 33% above that average, number one. But it's going to change here. Just watch what happens. Your base pay, number one. BA 45 top, number one. Schedule max, holy cow, 23,000, number one. Then I did it with benefits. I put the family benefits in there. Oh, you're still number one here. Oh, you dropped down to number two. Who caught you? Oh, Wyoming caught you. They're 27% above with family benefits. You're going to see what happens here. And then that's where I'm from, is Wyoming. So, and then the BA 45 top, number one. Schedule Max, number one. Then when I do with single insurance, number one, number one, number one, number one. I'm not whining. Okay, and then I have a benefit comparison here so you can see what you want. See, Wyoming's kind of unique, is they pay high benefits. They pay a lot for insurance. They also pay a part of the employee's share of retirement, about on the average 6.23%. And it varies anywhere from 5.5 to 8.5% where they pick it up for the people. And then here's my student-teacher ratio. Here's California's student-teacher ratio. Wyoming's, Montana, Nebraska, Colorado, Minnesota. So when I do it based on student-teacher ratio, look what happens now. Oh, you're not even close to number one. Wyoming is number one. Number two is Nebraska. Based on this group average, you're 3.3% below when I do cost, your teacher salary cost per student. Same thing with your base pay. Boom, boom, boom. Schedule BA 45 top, below average. Oh, you're fifth there. Holy cow. The only one that you're behind there was Colorado. Highest top, that's your BA 45 top. Schedule Max, okay, there you're fourth there. Colorado and Minnesota, Nebraska, they have great benefits. Okay, and then when I do salary and benefits, you're number four, you drop down even further. Nebraska's better. Montana, holy cow, Montana on a per student basis with benefits, family benefits is above you. Okay, see what I mean is this is should be a powerful legislative tool, and it's even more power. Because look at this. I'm going to go back over here, and I've got a little thing here, which I thought I would do, is I put the cost index in there. This is the most recent cost index. Your cost index is 151.7. Wyoming is 89.3. There's Montana, Nebraska, Colorado, Minnesota. What that means, here's what it means. $151.70 in California has the same purchasing power as $89.30 in Wyoming. Sure could help if I could spell, wouldn't it? This is the first time I'm going through this one. I just added this feature. I thought it'd be kind of nice to do. Okay, and then if I take that into account, and I'm not doing the tables here because I don't want to embarrass anybody here, but I think you'd be pretty last when I look at the purchasing power relative to the other states. So anyway, I think that could kind of help out legislatively. I mean, sometimes I believe that legislators should be required to take the same tests that the kids have to prior to them running for office. And I don't care what level they take. Okay, and they should and pass it too, not just take it. Anyway, so the cost again, $7.95 for everything. I hope you like this presentation. I enjoy doing this. I've been doing this for 35 years. I'm a researcher. I found out that if you do not idle yourself, that you live longer. And so far, my findings have been correct. And I thank you, and I hope to hear from you. And now I got to figure out how to get out of here. I always have troubles with this thing.